Okay, today I'm going to be going over a few of IRWIN'S new line of high quality pliers. Now, one of the reasons why they're high quality is Emin. Check this out, my man. Made in Germany. Boom. Now this one's a 8-inch long nose pliers, and this one is 6 3/4 inch bent nose. Okay, let's go over the 8-inch long nose pliers here. Now, one of my first impressions on it was it seemed like it was longer than 8-inch. It's just the way that the nose is designed. It's more precise, it's more narrow than what I'm used to. Now, this is just a comparison with their standard line of pliers here. And this is what I've been using most of the time. It's actually not longer, it's actually a little shorter than this one. But you see the head on this one is a little more fat. This one's more narrow and more precise. One of the reasons why I was so interested in these needle nose, long nose pliers was it has this little notch here that I grew to love with my other Craftsman professional long nose pliers. And that notch actually comes in handy sometimes. These were my favorite pair of needle nose pliers for a long time, until I broke the tip on it. Now, see right there, I broke the tip a little bit. The problem was they don't make this line of Craftsman professional pliers anymore, so they were just going to replace it with their standard line of pliers. I really love the way these ones fit in the hand, the way that they're bent like this, it has more control. And so I just decided to keep these. I don't really use these anymore because of the tip. So that's why I was interested in these ones, because they have a nice little groove there, and that actually, I think that comes in handy. And as you see here, compared to the Craftsman, they kind of have the same handle curvature as the Craftsman ones do. The grips on it are really nice. They're not too soft, and they're not too hard. I would compare it to something like the Channel Lock Code Blue line of pliers. And this black part is more of the rubber grip area. It's not too rubbery, it's not like too tacky, but it's pretty nice. And I really like the color scheme on it. I like the yellow strip lining here. I know that's IRWIN and VISE-GRIP's color. Actually, that's pretty nice, so you don't lose your pliers. You could kind of spot them out with the yellow on them. And they fit pretty nice in the hand. They have like nice control with that bent curve handle there. Now, what you're noticing at the bottom of the handles are a couple clip areas where you could attach a lanyard system that they make for these pliers. So basically the lanyard clips to the bottom here on this clip, and you wrap it around your arm, so if you're working somewhere high, it keeps you from dropping your tool and possibly hurting someone at the bottom of where you're working, and it also makes it easier to grab it out of your tool bag. Also, here's the area where you could grab bolts, nuts, screws to loosen them if you had to in a pinch. So that's pretty cool. And on the other side is the cutting area, heat induction treated, really high quality, really hard steel here. And they actually open pretty wide. So let's measure how wide they open. 3.5 inches wide. Let's compare it to their standard line of long nose pliers. This one opens about 2 inches wide. So this one opens 1.5 inches wider, so that's pretty cool. And let's measure these. These are about 8 inches long, right on the money. And then let's measure their standard ones. And these are about 8 1/4 inches. So these ones are a little longer. Okay, and let's look at their bent nose pliers, which are pretty much the same thing. These being 6 3/4 inch long. And these are made to access confined areas with the tip bent like that. And also, I think it makes it easier to grab things, grab wire connections with that bent nose. Same area there to grab bolts, nuts, and a little indentation there, just like the 8-inch ones. So let's measure these ones. These come out about 6.5 inches long, and they open about 2 5/8. Also, their whole line of pliers are black. And my guess is some kind of black oxide coating to prevent rust. It makes them really look industrial. And you have a quality tool in your hand, you know it. So that's my overview of IRWIN new line of German pliers.